hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up. Brown blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is me.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his first look is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Set, green,
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Going deep here for Stills. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
No, check, Patriot! All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They'll run with Rawls. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
319!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Green, 39.
And now they'll throw with Allen. They're finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use the spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 66 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Green 39. Leopard.
First down, and they're going to throw it at him. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here we go. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 5.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
All right, here we go.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 39 that time.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe. The nickname is Uncle. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Offside. Defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Let's go. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So still no touchdowns in the 1st half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one,
the Bills getting set to go. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
I like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
Allen off the play fake. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Green, 39.
1st down, this is wrong. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Holding. Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
This is taken at the 23. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Now let's go.
On 1st down, Allen. Over the middle here to Wilson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Denver right after this. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now they try the right side here. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Buying time to his left. Keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Now let's go. Green 30.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A big play here for Buffalo. 64 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Allen going to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky pass.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 19. 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Leopard! Set! Lead!
And they'll go on the ground. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
It's caught. Stills, right side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, they got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And a throw right sideline is complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Now Allen to throw. To throw on second down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Micah Hyde. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And they'll find Sutton on the right side complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. On the left side, this is Stills. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Green 39!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away?
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Sutton. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll look to throw now on first down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll drop to throw. A little dump off for Corral. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Allen to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue, Detroit, Detroit, Blue 90. Detroit, Detroit. Over.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Now let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.